Tonight on Celebrity Treasure Island, there's a feast for those who can stomach the entree.
My immediate thought was, oh God, I can't cope with this scenario.
I could have eaten the whole bucket of those hoo-hoo grubs.
Trouble in the water.
Can't see, wait!
I don't spend a lot of time in the sea. It was quite taxing.
Intense rivalry between the teams.
Don't look at us, Mr. Bunce.
And could there at last be romance?
There could be more than, the old magnifying glass sparking up the old fire, if you know what I mean.
One last shot at the bounty before two more celebrities lose their chance to fight it out for the $20,000. We're now down to the final 6 celebrities left on Treasure Island. They've become close, in some cases very close, as we'll find out tonight. But with just days to go, every one of them is that much more determined to be the one there at the end. Even true love wouldn't compromise that desire. Left in the North team are changing rooms designer Sally Ridge, television and radio presenter Stacey Daniels, and celebrity builder Andy Dye. Still battling it out for the South team are actress Katrina Hobbs, former All Black Frank Bunce, and television builder John Cox. Tonight, their race for survival and for pride continues on Celebrity Treasure Island.
Watch out for the text question in tonight's Celebrity Treasure Island and be in to win a trip for 6 to a Treasure Island with D-Juice and Telecom Mobile.
Our remaining 6 celebrities have woken to yet another beautiful day on the island. And though the living conditions and standard of food could be better, the surroundings are perfect.
This is a beautiful way to start the day, going for a swim in the beautiful warm water. Toothpaste and salt is not that bad, it's actually quite nice. I mean, look at this is wonderful. We just get starved. Hey, that's life. I've got my tube of toothpaste though.
I've got a scratch there. Can you scratch that? Can you massage my foot?
Andy has his work cut out for him as the only male left in the north.
How was that?
That's pretty much what I expected, actually.
Good.
Rats. They really don't hate me or despise me or push me around. See, when the cameras aren't running, they're running around giving me massages, just fondling my hair and, taking the dirt out underneath my fingernails and toenails. I mean, they're doing anything I want to do. Or anything I say, the girls are doing off camera.
I think he does actually secretly enjoy being ganged up on. It's just that Andy sort of thing, that sort of handy Andy thing that he has going. He's a worry, believe you me, he's a worry.
All right, now this is what they call a green coconut. It's got so much milk in it, and I'm going to try and attempt to cut it the way the locals do. Oh, there we go. Look at how much milk is in that. I reckon so far I'm in the girls' good books. Why don't you guys take that with you? You can drink that, and I'll open another one, okay? Okay?
Okay, can you toast some coconut for our bread, please?
Finish the milk, you two, because you need your strength. They hound me all day.
One thing there isn't any sign of at this end of the island is romance. But North Team have reason to believe there may be love in the air at their rivals' camp.
There could be a few signs of romance. It's hard to know what's going on because we're so far away, but there's only 3 down there. So it's either Coxie and Bunksy walking around hand in hand, which chances are that's not going to happen. And Katrina's, she's a fine-looking girl. I don't know whether Katrina will go for Coxie, so I'm not going to say any more, but there could be more than, the old magnifying glass sparking up the old fire, if you know what I mean.
It'll be interesting to see what happens between these 2 people I'm thinking about on camera, because I've seen them sitting next to each other at the elimination tent, and that's quite interesting. See if you can pick that one, hey?
The reason for the speculation is the close relationship between Katrina and Frank.
We didn't know each other at all, but over the last few days it's become easier because we're getting to know each other so well. We get on absolutely fine. You know, it's just a really comfortable situation. It's very relaxed, and it's getting easier and more comfortable as days go by.
Yeah, I'd like to think that, you know, the people that we spent this time with, we could, you know, because I'd never met any of them before, ever, before we came away. Getting to know them so well, and there are people there that you'd like to carry on, you'd like to know, you know, you'd like to say was a friend. So, yeah, I'd quite like to, you know, to see people otherwise.
The only problem with romance is that it's not so much fun on an empty stomach, but Romeo Bunce is trying to fix that.
We're just trying to make a little contraption where we, that'll help us catch a few crabs rather than chasing them across the rocks, because we haven't been having too much success. So we figured if we put a bucket in the sand, we could just have a few enticements, a little bit of coconut around here, and they'll come in, get the coconut, and hopefully a number of them will drop into the bucket. Hopefully when we come back, we're going to have enough crabs in there to make some sort of seafood bisque, or we'll even just chuck them on the fire and eat them all crunchy, and oh, it'll be lovely, lovely.
But of course, gathering food is just one of the tasks for the day.
So gong.
Yeah.
It's gong time.
Let's go, eh?
That familiar sound brings the two teams together for their first challenge of the day. The winner will get valuable energy food to survive the day's treasure hunting, but only one team will feast on this succulent roast chicken, whilst the others leave with only a bad taste in their mouths.
Yuck and yum, all in one.
Roast chicken happens to be my favourite food ever. And when I saw it sitting on that table, oh, I just wanted to dive in. I could have eaten that whole thing myself.
As you can see, there's a roast chicken on the table, and also bowls of hoo-hoo grubs. Now you need to go back into your teams and nominate a person who will eat the most hoo-hoo grubs, and whoever does will win the chicken. You've got 30 seconds. Go.
Oh, well, I eat them cooked, but not raw.
So
Can we cook them?
So you've eaten them before? You've eaten them
Not
before?
raw. I probably could have got at least one or two down. I don't like them still raw and crawling, though. I like, you know, cooked, yummy. Raw and crawling and still screaming out your name. I'm not into that.
I'll eat one if they don't eat it.
There you go. That's
Fair
good.
enough.
And I was so grateful that Coxie had already eaten a live one, and that he didn't have any qualms about that. But yeah, my immediate thought was, oh God, I can't cope with this scenario.
They didn't look that appetising, so I'm glad we had Coxie there, otherwise Katrina would have been in a bit of trouble.
I will cook, I will clean, I'll even do the lawns, I'll do your washing, I'll do absolutely everything.
We nominate you
No.
two against you.
I'm sorry,
Two against one, sorry.
I'm sorry I refused. I can't, I'm not going to eat one. There is no way in hell I was going to put one of those in my mouth, chew it, and swallow it. And the girls were totally unfair. They ganged up on me again. All right, let's get it started.
Desperate for that chicken, Andy has no choice but to get it over and done with. Coxie, you first.
Good Tabasco actually a bit nice.
One. I could have eaten the whole bucket of those hoo-hoo grubs for that chicken. But I knew Frank needed it.
Cover it in barbecue sauce.
Which one's not moving much?
That one.
Sorry, there's no way to get around it.
Oh my God. Look at its face, it's looking at you.
If I'm going to tempt this, the only way I can do it...
I'll squirt sauce into it.
Hang on, I need more tomato
Yeah, but put it in your mouth and I'll
I think Andy was playing a bit of showman to the girls. But he honestly didn't want to eat it.
Doug, hang on, it's biting me. Hang on.
Oh my God.
Now it's tickling. Hang on a minute. I hate you too. Clown!
Andy appears unable to swallow even one live grub.
Look what happened. It was an embarrassment, wasn't it? I had to put tomato sauce on one of these live hoo-hoo bugs and try and, you know, I don't know, push aside my demons and swallow this damn thing, and I couldn't do it.
I hate you two. That's...
Andy! You sure you wouldn't want another one?
He'll eat anything. He's just a grub himself. He could survive out here for probably 2 years.
He would have eaten as many as he had to win, but one was enough after we saw Andy's performance. And I knew then that that chicken was going to be ours.
Enjoy, guys.
Bon appetit, guys.
Best man won.
North head home to a breakfast of just coconut, while their opponents sit down to their first substantial meal in over a week.
Would you like to carve? I'd love to carve.
Oh, wow.
Is that how it works? Excuse the hands, but I think we're well past that.
When you've got a chicken that's cooked in its own juices and it's just moist and the fat on it, oh, that was just... And we only needed one leg, and that's the protein and everything you needed for the day.
Chicken's so good. Oh, it was so good. It was really moist, beautifully cooked. It's just really nice to have something that you would normally have at home and that is normally so accessible.
You guys are so mean.
Just when the North team thought their winning streak was at its peak, South team's iron-bellied Coxie had no hesitation swallowing what others dared not. For Andy, swallowing his pride was hard enough, leaving his team empty-handed. But a team without food is a team without energy. The result, costly mistakes.
We had to go back, so it's Andy's fault.
And wrong decisions.
We couldn't waste any time, so we had to dash back as fast as we could and kind of disregard all the care that you usually should put in. So that cost us a fair bit of time.
Keep watching tonight's show and answer this question to be in to win a trip for 6 to a Treasure Island with D-Juice and Telecom Mobile. Text your answer to 2010.
A bottle washed up on the beach signals the day's challenge is underway.
Hey guys! The clue!
And with a breakfast of roast chicken in their stomachs, South team are ready for anything.
Explore the depths of wildlife shore to find the clue and something more.
Yep.
Yeah.
The depths of Wild Shore. Out, Wild West, Wild Waves.
Yes,
the whole
Wild
thing.
Wild Waves.
Okay.
The clue should read, explore the depths of Wild Shore to find the clue and something more. South team must head to the western shore of the island and brave the deep ocean in search of their next clue, while North team, who haven't the luxury of full stomachs, are now desperate to win the day's food bounty.
Here we go.
Oh, what's that first word?
Explore the depths of
Orient
Shore. To find the clue and something more. Orange Shore.
Maybe that's the beach over the other side.
We got to make a real good decision on this because it's a long way to go if it is.
The clue reads, explore the depths of Orient Shore to find the clue and something more.
Because Japan.
East and the Orient, east.
Yeah,
East.
that's what I'm saying.
East
Going,
shore.
so the eastern shore.
Yeah, but not north, but just east, because the Orient is in the east. You know, like the western world, the eastern world.
It's actually quite easy just being 3 of you because when there's 7 of you, you've got so many more voices and people giving their opinions and stuff like that, so it makes it a little bit harder. But when there's 3 of you, and Stacey's a real sort of, she kind of rules everybody and she knows exactly what she's doing and it's cool. So she's kind of our team leader, I think.
Okay, so let's go, go, go.
Stacey's brainwave leads the North team off to the eastern shore of the island, where they must swim out to the depths to recover their next clue, while their faster rivals are already on their way around the rocks with victory in their sights.
Hey, what's it, Dave? What's that out there? Can you see that? That floating, see that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, I'm blind.
What's right,
Just
we'll
in the
take
blue,
you out there.
the deep blue.
Oh, just in close way.
Yeah.
There are only 2 pair of flippers between the 3 team members. Frank will miss out, making the long swim in open seas even tougher.
Okay, it's just out there.
But their rivals have also found a buoy on the other side of the island.
You girls want a fin each?
Yep, here's your black ones.
Where's the other goggle and snorkel? That one fits me.
Okay.
Good. Okay, let's go.
The slippery rocks, sharp coral and deep water will make this challenge a survival of the fittest. The weakest will get caught out, and both teams know it.
The current was quite strong and you were battling against it as well, sucking in lots of water. It was actually quite tiring. Yeah, I just think it's probably the food thing kicking in as well, that we haven't had enough food for a whole week.
It was really hard swimming with our shoes on, which was not one of my specialties. I'm not the strongest swimmer, so I struggled a little bit doing that.
Their protein-packed chicken breakfast has definitely helped South Team battle the waves and make it out to the buoy in good time.
Bottle in the sack. The bottle in the sack.
Just hack it through with a knife.
Line your back, okay?
Or take the sack. There must be something in here, I don't know what it is. Could be something that we need for the next deal.
Okay.
But the pace they set on the long swim out has used up all their energy, and Frank is struggling to make it back to shore.
Coxie, wait! Go for Frank.
Oh, this is hard work. Come on, Bunty. You all right? I'm there.
You all right?
I don't have to carry it at this stage, boys.
It was quite taxing. You know, I don't spend a lot of time in the sea. I can swim, but, you know, it's still a bit of a distance, and it was quite deep out there. And we had to go out a fair way. It was, there's quite a bit of coral there, so, you know, you kind of have to leave your shoes on and stuff to get out there.
But finding the food clue has made their struggle worth it. The teams are at a stage where they'll undertake the most Herculean of tasks for the smallest amount of food.
These challenges just take forever. All day you're working hard out in the bush, and at the end of it you get half a cup of rice. But it's just so primitive that you just keep doing it because you're so hungry. You know? It's just don't know why we do it. Take that chicken this morning, for example. If most of us were offered $5,000 or the chicken, you'd always take the chicken, because more important than money is food at the moment. It's quite amazing how you become accustomed to food, and things to trade are more important than any sort of money.
But where there is a clue, there is always hope of finding something to eat.
On Sister Island, begin your quest. She waits in south for her guests. Turn northmost point, you should find. Acclaim your weapon. Careful, mind.
Time.
Oh, well, maybe we have time.
A couple of things.
Where's the northmost point?
The clue should read, on Sister Isle, begin your quest. She waits in south for her guests. Then northmost point you should find, and claim your weapon. Careful, mind.
Well, a bit open that sack, Frank, see what you got in there.
Find out what our weapon is.
Careful with your hands.
Shoot that bow and arrow.
Oh, arrows.
Well, we'll get back to camp and I'll make up a bow if you think we need it.
I was just wondering, before we go back and do that, if you read the bottom of the last two lines here, to turn northmost or to northmost point, you should find
A climb.
climb.
Your weapon. Oh,
So
so the weapon's there.
yeah.
So South Team head off to the island off the southern shore in search of a bow to shoot their arrows. While North Team have found the swim hard going, they have found their buoy. They are much closer to the Southern Isle that both teams will have to reach.
We've got a clue in here.
Oh, you don't even have to dive.
There's a bottle. I'll just put these on tight, take it off.
Well, I just pray there's no sharks under here, so if you see me go down, you know I'll be now. Well, at least we'll see them coming. Shark. You bonk them on the head for me, Stace?
I think that movies like Jaws prey on your mind at times like that, because you're thinking, okay, this is the part where the shark's looking up at your little legs in the water and he's going, nice and tasty.
Yay! Woo-hoo! Come on, let's go.
The sharks probably don't get many options around here, and it's nice warm water, and we're probably looking quite yummy at this point. So yeah, a little tiny bit nervous.
What is this? Present. They finally decided to give us a present.
The cork broke off.
Oh my goodness. Arrows, we obviously have to shoot something.
Cool.
Who's a good aim?
The clue reads the same, so now it's a race. They are both looking for the same thing, knowing there'll be a food prize for just one team.
Most point you should find and claim your weapon. Careful, mind.
Well, the weapon's obviously a bow because we've got the 3 arrows, so we'll look for that and then we'll go.
Okay, let's get packed and go.
But South Team have raced to the lead. They've made the arduous journey around the island to be first to get to that Southern Isle, but they're about to make a heartbreaking discovery.
Got your arrows, Frank?
Good arrows.
Is there?
Put them in the bag you cut.
Oh no. Okay. They're around there somewhere. We lost the arrows because they fell out of the
Put them in
bag.
the sack that he cut.
Okay.
Run back.
I was entrusted with the carrying of the arrows. We trek all the way along the beach over the rocks, everything, get to the sand, chuck everything down, prepare to go across. Oh, where are the arrows?
I cut the sack open to get the bottle out, and Frank chucked the bolts in there in the sack to bring them back. And they must have fallen out on the way back.
Where usually you'd go really carefully over the rocks, are all slippery, we couldn't waste any time, so we had to dash back as fast as we could and kind of disregard all the care that you usually should put in and look for the arrows. So that cost us a fair bit of time. We found them on the beach. They must have fallen out after, 5 steps.
The carelessness of South Team will allow their rivals to make up precious time. They've lost their lead. They've lost all hope of being the first to swim out to the island in the south, and their only hope is that North Team will make a fatal mistake. A mistake that'll give South Team back the lead and cost their rivals any hope of food.
It's got to be here somewhere.
Andy, when I started running towards it, I gave Coxie a heads up and he started running that way.
So I screamed out because the other team, it was like a bit of a race then.
Go back!
While South Team was searching for their lost arrows, North made it to the southernmost point of the island, but they still have to work out what to do next.
Let's get the clue and read that again, eh? Now we're here.
On the northernmost point, you should find and claim your weapon. Careful, Mum.
So we don't know if that's ship, we don't know if that's shore. Ship waits in south for...
It would have a P if it was ship.
Oh, yeah, it looks
No, you think so, but it might not.
But it says on the island, on the South Strait Island, so like
The
over
South
there.
Strait Island.
While North Team aren't exactly sure of where they're going, they have chosen the right island.
Okay, I'll just take the machete and we might have to swim that.
I'll have to take the clue, and we also need the arrows to shoot the weapon over there.
You guys all right?
Let's go. We can do this.
Okay.
Yet again, a team sets off in haste, but yet again, that need for speed could cost them dearly.
Hey, hang on, I've got to get the arrows.
Did you forget them?
Yeah.
Come on, Stanley, we've got to go back and get the arrows. Yes, darling Andy left the arrows after Stacey saying, Andy, do you have the arrows? Mm-hmm. Did Andy have the arrows? No, he didn't have the arrows. So typical of Andy, so we had to go back and get the arrows, so it's Andy's fault.
Sorry about that, girls.
That's okay.
They collect the forgotten arrows and begin again their swim to the other island. It has cost them precious time, and they only just make it to the other shore as an exhausted but determined South Team comes into sight.
Everything was a mad dash then, it was a panic, because we really needed, we really wanted what we thought might be in one of the chests, but I'm kind of getting used to disappointments.
With South Team hot on their tails, North are still unsure about exactly what they're looking for.
Something waits in south for our guests. Then northernmost point you should find and claim your weapon. Northernmost.
Northernmost point, which will be around here somewhere,
Yeah,
won't
but
it?
first of all, it says...
So we've got to look for a boat.
But their rivals are on their way and eating away at that lead.
Let's scan it.
Well, it's going to stand out because everything else has stood out so far, so we need to look for something that's quite prominent, you know?
Every second that North Camp dithers, South gets closer.
Ship shore waits in south for our guests. I'm not sure we're in the right place, but we better look around here.
It's got to be here somewhere.
Maybe it's up the top, like to the northernmost point.
Yeah, it could be. We'll just go straight up here, eh?
Yeah.
Stacey, who prides herself on her ability to solve clues, has just made a costly mistake. And as they head off the wrong way up the cliff, their rivals have nearly reached the shore. It's a steep climb, and North really have no idea where they are or what they're doing. The last thing they need now is to see their southern adversaries arrive below.
Shoot, I'm not sure this is right. Yeah, I don't know either, babe.
Don't look at us, Mr. Bunce.
Come on, let's go. Come on, Stace.
Yeah.
Well, they're up there and they're not having any luck.
It was obvious that they hadn't found anything, they were still searching, so we decided we'd take a different path. And we started searching around down the bottom
We were way behind the other team. It was kind of weird. We were way behind them. They'd already gone to the top of the mountain, which we thought the clue would be up there. Or, sorry, the treasure would be up there.
Realising that it's now anyone's game, that North's lead has evaporated, brings a new sense of urgency to the hunt.
You guys see anything?
I couldn't see anything on the cliffs or anything. I didn't even really know what I was looking for. I thought it might be a bow, but you know, it's just a matter of looking for something that's a little out of the ordinary, or you know, a little out of place.
So the northernmost point you should find a claim or a climb. Your weapon, careful, man.
Then Stacey makes a crucial discovery.
Andy.
When I started running towards it, I gave Coxie a heads up, and he started running that way, and he was in front of me. Not that I couldn't have caught him.
Coxie, what are those boxes up in that tree?
It wasn't until I started back that I noticed up in the tree there was a couple of boxes. So I screamed out because the other team, you know, it was like a bit of a race then.
Oh, it's a bow. Get it!
Coxie claims the bow first for South Team, giving them first shot at the bounty.
I was actually really gutted we didn't get to the bow and arrow first because we landed on the island first.
We really thought that we were going to nail that one. And once again, it slipped away from us. So that was pretty disappointing. We thought we had that one today, but we got done at the post.
Man.
Bummer.
Bummer.
Hate getting to the spot first and missing it.
Should have tackled him.
I should have, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Just growing a little bit.
Take him out of the knees.
In the meantime.
Hey, well, look, they're terrible at picking the bounty anyway, so...
Yeah.
But we were yesterday as well, so
Don't
just
worry, they'll choose the wrong
50-50
one.
chance.
We'll just pray they choose the wrong one.
2 boxes, what do you do?
Shoot one.
We'd won the race, but we still had to make the decision. We haven't been particularly good at making those sorts of decisions, so... well, that was all right. We just put Katrina under pressure. You pick.
Which one? Which one?
Left. Go left.
Are you sure? Good.
No, don't ask me.
No, stop. Left.
Okay, left. We'll just go left.
Good. Okay, who's going to shoot it? Because I can't even see.
Well, Frank, you were a pretty good aim yesterday. Do you want to shoot it again?
There you go, Frank.
There you go. Mr.
All right.
Bow.
Couldn't really turn him down. Coxie can't see because he's had an injured eye for pretty much the duration of our stay here. Katrina, I don't know what her reason was, but she just said, you do it. I thought, yeah, I'll have a go. Never fired a crossbow before, but, you know, it was a bit of fun.
I'll probably hit the coconut tree.
You got it.
Just 3 arrows means just 3 chances.
Woo! Yeah!
But a direct hit is not enough to topple the heavy box.
It hasn't come down, Frank. I think you're going to have to get another one and shoot it off.
A bit closer.
Yeah.
Oh, Frankie.
Go you. Woo! Oh, darn!
2 arrows used, and still the box is out of reach. Frank has only 1 arrow left. If he misses, South Team will go hungry tonight.
Anytime.
Woo! You're the man.
You're the man, Frank.
Luckily, we had 3 arrows because I didn't manage to knock it off with the first 2, but it moved it enough to enable the 3rd arrow to topple it, and that was lucky because I didn't particularly feel like climbing up that high to get it out of the tree.
Well, Frank had perfect aim every time. Wouldn't expect nothing less, but no, he was great.
South have been notorious for choosing the wrong box and walking away with the booby prize. They want so much for this one to be different.
What a bummer. We got a piece of treasure map and an apple. Oh, and look how much rice we got. Look how much flour we got.
They want to play down their victory, to keep it a secret from the other side.
It was just great to go, oh, good, we actually won this time. So it was nice. Chose the right box, and it was all me, so I was kind of terrified. I was thinking, oh, no, it's going to be the wrong one, definitely.
Yeah, I was pretty keen to tuck into those apples, but had to restrain myself.
It's hard to celebrate in whispers, eh?
Not wanting to alert their rivals that there's nothing left but the dud prize, they head off to celebrate back at camp. South have found the 7th piece of the treasure map. North have 4 pieces, they have 3. But only when all those pieces are put together will the location of the buried treasure be revealed. North don't realise that their chance of getting another piece of the map has already been lost.
Careful.
Just sit that on top?
Yeah, watch your body of that trigger. Yeah. Sit that in there. Good. That looks good.
Now, careful with your
Underneath.
hands.
Fingers below the top part.
Finger. Oh, Andy.
All right.
Okay.
I reckon you'll get it in one. You go and get it in one, love.
Got it? Yep.
All in one, baby.
Line
Okay,
it
so I
down,
just-
line it down the,
Yep.
right down the top of the arrow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes! One shot!
Mr. Buns, look at that. Pow, pow, pow.
The lighter box falls easily, perhaps because it has so little inside it.
I use 3 when you only need 1.
I must say I did get that box down with 1 arrow and it took Frank 3, so I'm pretty happy about that.
But their celebrations are short-lived when they discover that the day's battle has been in vain.
We've got no map. Have we got pens?
Feels like rice.
That's flour?
Yeah.
Well, it's just the way it goes. Have to get here a bit quicker next time, and I'll have to remember those arrows. Sorry, girls.
It's all right.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. It's not.
Anyone feeling sorry for me yet?
No, we don't feel sorry for you.
Not only have North Team missed out on breakfast and lunch, but there'll be little for dinner as well. At the same time, their southern rivals are riding high with victories in both the day's challenges. And now, they may have even found an ingenious way of catching regular food, and plenty of it.
I just don't like the killing part, so I kind of close my eyes.
Isn't it so much nicer when you catch something yourself? It always tastes better.
After a long and fruitful day searching for treasure, there's another surprise waiting for South in Frank's homemade crab trap.
Oh, they're scrappy.
The lure of coconut and a fall into the bucket has snagged 2 crabs.
Hey.
Oh, cool.
Was that in the trap?
Sure was, Frank.
Hey. Crab killer.
Very impressive.
Crab killer.
I do eat these, they're beautiful. I just don't like the killing part, so I kind of close my eyes. Okay.
He was dead.
Yeah, some nice slow roasting. We've been hungry, you know, we've been tired, we've been thirsty, we've been pushed, you know, and pulled and moved around, and, you know, we've gone through a hell of a lot. You don't usually get comfortable sleeps at night, and, you know, everything seems to be a bit of a hardship.
These kind of taste like chippies, eh?
Were you saying how much you missed them?
Crab legs. I have them every morning. Even though I just watch them die, it tastes really good.
Isn't it so much nicer when you catch something yourself? It always tastes better.
While South Team feast, Andy takes his mind off his hunger by doing what he does best, building. At least they'll have a dining table in South Camp.
I did actually stuff up on the design a little bit. I didn't consult with Sally all the way through. I thought that I'd take total ownership, and hence my seat's a little low and my tabletop's a bit high.
He doesn't have his drill, he doesn't have his MDF, and he doesn't have his nails and his screws, so he's got a bit of twine and a few twigs, so he's struggling a little bit with that, I must say.
I just want you guys to have some fine dining on a nice fine dining table, because today will be our special dinner for 3. We just haven't got any food, that's the problem. Never mind. Bugger!
With no food to cook, there's little to do but ponder what they miss about home.
First thing I'm going to do is go home and see my babies and have a rocket pear and parmesan salad and a cup of tea and a shower and wash all my stuff.
That shower, that candlelit bath, those nice smelling things. I'm going to try and get all the sand out of my hair, and I probably will never ever wear these clothes again. I'm sorry, but I've had enough of them.
First thing I'm going to do is kiss my fiancée, if she's home. I hope she's home. Then I'm going to go to the fridge. And if that's empty, I'm going to the supermarket. And if that's closed, well, I'm going to the garage. Do you like the fact that I've lifted the seat up a little bit?
Andy, I knew you'd do that for us.
Yeah?
Seen Stacey's feet?
No, I haven't.
They can't touch the ground.
Oh, they can't already.
I suppose I have to sit really far back, because if I sit there, there's a twig up my bottom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know, I can't get anything right. I mean,
No, you can't. Look what you've done to the coconut. This was our dinner.
The coconut.
You burned the coconut, Andy died.
I
Look.
make the seats too low.
Charcoal.
I make the seats too high.
You were
I
meant to
burn
wash
the
the coconut.
I build these ladies a beautiful, exquisite dining room table with seating.
You should have done this 5 days ago.
And have I heard any thanks?
What were you doing 5 days
I was the only boy left on the North team today, and I was severely hammered. I had the girls picking on me all day. They haven't been nice to me at all. And I've been running around doing all sorts of things for them. All sorts of stuff. I mean, I could name lots of things if I thought about it, really, but I won't. But they've been picking on me. They've been having a bit of fun being able to gang up on a boy.
While North Team amused themselves with the battle of the sexes, South was still tucking into their feast. They had chicken for breakfast, crabs for an afternoon snack, and now with the fish that Coxie caught and the rice they won, they have a 2-course dinner.
You want the head, Frank, or I'll have it tonight?
Yeah, you can have it.
Coxie, you eat some of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my life.
It's been quite a day, hasn't it?
What you see on a television show isn't, you know, a lot of people are still actors on a television show. That's not what they're like in real life. Frank Bunce, for example, you know, what you see on television is just a guy running with a rugby ball and passing, tackling and stuff like that. So you never get to know the guy. You know he's a brilliant player, but once you get to know him, he's a brilliant guy as well. He's just top bloke.
There's not many dining rooms in the world you'd have this kind of view, eh?
So morale is looking fairly good as another day draws to an end on Treasure Island. But these celebrities who have become such close companions now have to face up to either losing a close friend or a romantic interest.
It's all coming together nicely, so, you know, I'd go, but go grudgingly because, you know, we're getting close now.
And it has become a time for speculation. Speculation as to who will be the one that digs up that $20,000 in the grand finale.
Stacey will win because she's a real goer. She's full steam ahead.
Coxie, without a doubt, will win it. Just because the guy is MacGyver and he's incredible and he's really held our team together.
Any one of us could do it. Frank, yeah, he really wants to, I think. He wants to give to the cause.
There are 6 people left on Treasure Island. Now that's about to become 4. It's time to pack your bags, guys, and meet at the elimination shelter. I'll see you in 5 minutes. Okay. They are only too aware that just one person from each team can go through to the end. And for the North, it's coming down to a battle of the sexes.
We have got 2 girls on our team and 1 boy, and I'll just make sure I get my questions right, and with any luck, there'll be a boy and girl tomorrow, so probably say Sally would be leaving the island tonight.
I would rather it not be me. I'd rather stay, you know, at least a couple more days just to continue the experience and that sort of thing.
I would say tonight it's either me or Sally.
In the South team, some are more determined to stay the distance than others.
If I was eliminated tonight, I'd be a bit bummed. I think, you know, you come this far and you think, yeah, I can still survive it. And I've lost a shitload of weight, and I'm, you know, and I've survived without hardly any food, and I could do this and survive if I had water. I'm pretty sure of it now on an island like this.
I've had an amazing time, and I've kind of got through the arc of, oh, I don't know if I can cope, which has been one of my major goals. And I would be sad to leave, but, you know, hey, things happen.
Yeah, if I was eliminated tonight, I'd go grudgingly. I guess the closer you get, you know, the more you want to be there till the end. It's all coming together nicely, so, you know, I'd go, but you might have to push me a bit harder.
The teams gather at the elimination tent once again. For 2 of them, this is their last day on Treasure Island. Tonight's the 5th elimination. It's a computer test of your knowledge of this island and your travels so far. You have 50 seconds to answer 10 questions. You may start. First up is the desperately homesick Sally, who longs for her children, but is refusing to give up. A few days ago, Frank would have walked off this island happily, but now he can smell victory. He wants to be the winner. Stacey knows that to make it through, she will have to outsmart both Andy and Sally. While leaving could spell the end of a beautiful friendship for Katrina. To win, Andy must first beat his 2 female teammates, and Coxie may be the survival expert, but the computer doesn't know that. It's goodbye for 2 contenders. That could be Coxie, Frank, or Katrina. Andy, Sally, or Stacey.
It's you too.
Sally, Katrina.
Left with the boys. Oh. Cook, you're gonna have to cook.
For some, there is relief. Others, a fear of being alone.
You win this. Promise me.
You gotta sing to me now.
Yeah, the love books. Well, I think the low points are actually saying goodbye to people that you've been so close to. Then all of a sudden, one of you is gone, and it's like, oh, and it's quite sad. Yeah, it's just small things that small things you get used to, and that you don't have anymore, and you notice them. But you know, she was a funny girl, and she kind of kept us all together.
Yeah, it kind of feels like they've just
See you later, miss
they'll
you.
be back tomorrow or something. You know, they're just not gone for good. And then you think, no, they won't be. It's the big boys to fight it out.
No pressure.
Perhaps we all underestimated Sally. She has got speed, she's got stamina, she's got determination. I think she's a whole lot of woman. And she's also got this really lovely quality that she's trying to look out for everyone in the team. And I think that has made her really precious to everybody.
See you, Sal.
Yeah, thanks, Spunk. Thank you. Bye.
The only girl, how did that
How are you
happen?
going to put up with me all by yourself?
Over the past few days, our celebrity treasure hunters have learnt all about Treasure Island, but it's not always fair. Tonight we say goodbye to Sally and Katrina, as only 4 celebrities remain. There are 2 days left, and only one person can win the $20,000 for charity. Who do you think it'll be? All will be revealed next week. I'll see you then. Tonight's top test scorers were Frank from the South team and Stacey from the North.